SPI. And it means that the efficiency of the cost is better than efficiency of time in position 1. But in position 4, SPI is more than CPI. And it means that the efficiency of the time is better than efficiency of cost. Understand? Do you understand? In position 1, efficiency of cost is more than efficiency of time because CPI is more than SPI. But in position 4, SPI is more than CPI, and it means that the efficiency of time is more than efficiency of cost. Understand? All of the students understand? It's so important. Okay. If you have a question, you can ask me. Go to position 5. Position 5. In position 5, EV is more than PV. So, SV is positive and SPI is more than 1. It means that we are ahead of schedule. In cost, EV less than AC, so CV is negative and CPI is less than 1. It means that we spend money more than budget. And position 6 وضعیت 6 یا 6. In position 6, EV is more than AC and PV. So SV is positive and SPI is more than 1. It means that we are ahead of schedule. And in cost, EV is more than AC, so CV is positive and CPI is more than 1, so it means that we spend money less than budget. Okay, do you have a question? In this semester, according to the time, we don't have enough time to speak about all materials in planning and controlling the project. In usually class, I speak about this and then go to speak about another index and speak about the time and cost in future. مثل نوید said مثل نوید in position 6 is good because we are ahead of schedule and we spend money less than budget. Yes, this is good, but in project, achieve this position is so difficult because you are ahead of schedule and spend money less than budget. It's so difficult. This position need to project manager who understand about the project management. This manager should be know about the PMBOK, scope management, time management, cost management, quality management, risk management, human resource management, communication management, procurement management, stakeholders management, integration management, who should we know about the position of the project. Achieving the position 6 is so difficult, but if we are good project manager, we can do it. Which is bad case? Bad case same as position 1 and position 4. In position 1 and position 4, we are behind the schedule and we spend money more than budget. So bad. And position 1 and position 4 show that the project manager don't understand about the project management. Okay. I said about if we have a time, we can speak about the cost of the project, remaining cost of the project, or we can estimate the budget for the project. The ETC is estimate to completion for remaining cost for the project. But we cannot time for speak about this, the ETC or EAC. EAC means total cost, estimate at completion. But we don't have enough time for speak about this or speak about the example, how we can find the EV, calculate the EV, PV, AC in one project, and how can you calculate the SV, SPI, CV, CPI, ETC, EAC, and so on. We don't have enough time. And now I want to review the, now I want to speak about the materials in the exam. Please wait because I want to show you. This one. Okay. In the final exam, you should answer two or three questions. The one question. As I said before, in critical path method, we have two methods, AOA method, activity on arrow, and AON method, activity on node. Yes, the question. I want to speak about the question. One question related to the AOA method, and one question related to the AON method, and one question related to the graph. I think you have three questions. Question one related to the AOA method. I give it to you. For example, the network in AOA method, and you should, in step one, you should find the ES, earliest start, and write it in the left part. And in step two, you should find the LF. For finding the LF, we start from end of the project and come back to start, and after finding the LF, you should write it in the right part. And in another step, you should draw the table, find the ES for every activity, calculate the EF according to the ES, write the LF for every activity, find the LS according to the LF, find the FF, free float. You should use the equation of FF for find the FF of every activity. You should find the TF, total float, and find the TF of every activity. According to the TF, we can find the critical activity. If the TF is 0, it means that this activity is critical activity. And according to the critical activity, we can find the critical path. For example, in this example, activity shuru means start. Activity start, A, E, J, or K are critical activities. And we can find the critical path. Start, A, E, J, and K. You can write the start A, E, J, and K for critical path, or you can show the critical path in the network. Understand? This is the question 1 related to AOA method. Go to another method in CPM. AON method, activity on node. In activity on node, we learned about how we can show the activity in this method. In this method, AON, we don't have any dummy activity. We have 4 relationships between activities: finish to start, start to start, finish to finish, start to finish. And in this method, every activities have 2 TF for start and TF for finish, according to this equation. TF for start equal LS minus ES, and TF for finish equal LF minus EF. And you should analyze the network. For example, same as this, not exactly. I said, for example, same as this. In question, you have only 2 factors according to this guide. You have ID, means name of the activity, and D, duration of the activity. All of these numbers, you should find it and write it in the part. In step 1, in this method, you should calculate the ES and EF. Start from activity A and go to activity J. You should practice at home for better understanding. Because in the final exam, you have time for answer the question, not time for thinking and another one. And in step 2, you should find the LS and LF. In this step, you start from end of the project and come back to start. After finding these 4 factors, you should find the TF for start and TF for finish according to this equation. And then you can find the critical path. If you calculate the ES, EF, LS, LF, TF for start and TF for finish, is if it should be correct, and then find the critical path, you can take a total points of this question. Understand? Mr. Nabil have a question from said in page 26. Page 26. Which one is page 26? 29. Okay. I want to find it. Page 29. This one. Okay. Said FF for activity A. In example, in this methods, AON method, we don't need to find the FF. We find the TF for start and TF for finish. No need to find the FF. Because in this method, we don't have ES for node start and node for finish. This method is different with AOA method. This is AON method. In this method, only you should find the TF for start and TF for finish. Understand? Okay. If the internet is real poor in the exam, send the answer on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp or this email. I write it. This is my email. You can send the answer sheet in this email or WhatsApp. When you want to send the file for me, please use the PDF and don't separate the page in every file. Please make a one PDF for all pages, and the name of the file should be name of you. For example, Basim Ahmed. The names of the file should be Basim Ahmed, because I want to find the answer sheet for every student. It's so better. Please write your name under the PDF. The name of the PDF should be your name. Okay. I have a problem with uploading to my email. Okay. Mr. Basim, you can send it to the WhatsApp. Okay. And this is the another question, and one question maybe should same as this position. I give it to you, this, for example, this graph, and you should write it the situation of the time and situation of the cost in this project. For example, you said EV is more than PV, then CV is positive. It means that we are ahead of schedule. You should describe the position in time and cost. Understand? Okay. Okay. And the lecture is finished. If you have a question, you can ask me. In this class, I try to describe planning and controlling the project, but we don't have enough time. We speak about our materials. اوکی، خیلی ممنون، شما خسته نباشید. Okay, thank you. I hope that you attend to the final exam and answer to all questions well, and so pass it this class and other classes and go to the next semester, inshallah. But if you want to pass the class, you should learn more, practice more, and answer to all questions, and try to answer the question well. For this situation, you should, in step 1, you should read the question. Well, then thinking about that a little, thinking about that and answer the question. Okay, time of exam. In the morning, I think internet is cut because of a core exam in Iran. In yesterday, in Monday class, some student said to me about this problem, but as I said before, I'm a lecturer. The time for exam and calculating the time for exam is related to the university, is not related to me. If you want to change the time of the exam, you should contact with the university, and you should speak about this issue with university according to the website or another one. It's not related to me. I cannot change the time. It's related to the university. Sorry, I cannot do that. Yes, you can ask the head of the department. Okay. Okay. The class is finished, and I will see you in 10 o'clock in another class, and in another class, the end of the another class, I speak about the materials for conditions of contract in final exam, inshallah. See you in 10 o'clock. خدا حافظ. میتونیم ما فیلترهای به برخی از سوالات نیاد. Mr. Raja, I don't understand you. You write the Persian language, but I don't understand. ببخشید دکتر، میتونی میدیم ما فیلترهای به برخی از سوالات نیاز داریم. Mr. Raja, I don't understand this. You write the in Persian language, but it's so difficult. If you write it in English, I think it's better. Okay, I'm waiting for Mr. Raja question. We need my filters. What about the filters? I don't know. The filters. خدا نگهدار همگی. In Arabic, مرشحات. Yes, but I don't understand about the filter. We don't have any filter in the question. Means the important question. I said this one there. One question about the AOA method, one question about the AON method, and one question about this graph for describe the position of the project in time or cost. This is important question. It's so clear. Understand? This is important question in the final exam. You should learn it more and answer this question. Maybe the network is different from this example, but the legal is same. Step by step, you should calculate the factors and you should find the critical path. Okay. خدا I see you inshallah in 10 o'clock. خدا حافظ. في امان الله. باي.